Hey guys, I just wanted to come to you with some tips on how to shampoo your starter locks. With everything that's going on, unfortunately right now you can't come into the salon, so it's time for you to learn how to shampoo starter locks. I first want to start out by saying that depending on where you are in your lock journey, you must be realistic about what your hair is going to look like after you shampoo it. It's not going to have that fresh, retwisted look. You are going to see some puffiness, some fluffiness, some coils, and I want to encourage you to just embrace exactly what your hair looks like. Trust the process. Know that if you follow these steps, you'll be able to keep a healthy and clean scalp, which is more important than the way the locks look. We can always reestablish having neat parts and neat locks after time, but right now the most important thing that I want you to do is to keep your scalp clean, healthy, and keep the hair growing. Here are some pictures of some freshly shampooed starter locks. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is what's called a scalp analysis. I want you to get into a mirror and look very closely at what's going on with your scalp. If you are a person who gets a lot of dandruff, flakes, or you have a bunch of product buildup, you want to follow the first step in the last video, which is to use the barber comb and actually take it and begin to lift the dandruff, dirt, and debris off of the scalp without causing any breakage. So I will make sure that I post the link to that video in the captions. The next step that I want you to do, just like the last video, is once you lifted the dirt and debris off of your scalp, you want to get like a color applicator bottle and some clarifying shampoo. Now you can go to, Walmart, Sally's, if Sally's is still open, Target, and just find a clarifying shampoo. This is the Paul Mitchell clarifying shampoo, which I love, but even a cheap clarifier, it's usually clear. It'll say clarifying shampoo on it, will work. What this does is it breaks down all the oils, dirt, and debris prior to shampooing with our moisturizing shampoo or the tea tree shampoo. So I like to do this step. Again, follow the same steps from the first video, which is putting the applicator on each of the parts, lines and rows, long ways and across, and just taking it and massaging. And then especially with the starter locks, you just want to use the pads of your fingers, not your nails, but just the pads, and gently massage your scalp to lift up the dirt, debris, and oils without disrupting your parts. It's more important for you than someone who has locks that are already established to focus on not disrupting those parts. You want to just get in there and focus on lifting the dirt and debris off of the scalp. So once you've done that kind of pre-poo step with the clarifying shampoo, I want you to also pick up, when you're at the store, a wig cap. I prefer the kinds with the holes in it because I feel like the dirt and debris can actually rinse off versus you getting like a stocking cap. If you have big dandruff flakes, it's not going to be able to rinse off through that cap. So I prefer this type, like an actual wig cap. You want to carefully put it all the way over your head, covering all of your locks. Get all of your locks inside of there. And I try to make sure that they're kind of like spread out, so you can really, get in there when you start to first rinse, not wash. We're rinsing off the clarifying shampoo. So you putting this on. If you're in the shower, just literally let the water run down. Obviously not getting in your eyes, but just let it run down. If you're in the kitchen, you have a sprayer, that's even better. Just let the shampoo run down and work on its own. You don't need to do a whole lot of manipulation to it at that time. Just let it work, let it run off. That's the simplest thing. The next thing you're going to want to do is, after you got done rinsing the clarifying shampoo off, you're going to want to get your either tea tree shampoo or your moisturizing shampoo. And similar, and honestly, if you could get 2 of these and put the other shampoo in another one, that would be better. That way when you have on this cap, you can literally just squirt the shampoo, focusing on your parts and your scalp. In this time, it's most important for you to keep the scalp clean and healthy and free of debris. Now, if you notice, after you get done shampooing that there's still, debris at the ends of the locks, we could take care of that later. What I want you to focus on is keeping that scalp and everything really, really clean. So, applicator bottle, or just, use your finger, put a little bit of the shampoo on, keeping the wig cap on there, and just gently, at this time you can gently massage and be very, very thorough with this. Take your time, don't rush, don't agitate your hair. This is when you're washing your locks, and this goes for your entire lock journey. It's not a rush thing. This is all about patience. This is all about, taking your time. So take your time and really massage that shampoo in, because depending on where you're at in your lock journey, you may not be able to shampoo it 3, 4, or 5 times. This might be a 2 shampoo thing and you're done, especially if this is your very first shampoo. So just want to make that apparent and upfront. Take your time, really massage and work that in. And then same way, just let the water rinse it out. That's it. Now, when it comes to the conditioning step, personally, I like to take this off. If you're uncomfortable taking this off and you fear that your locks are just gonna fall completely apart, you can do this step with the wig cap on, but I personally like to take it off at this time. Take the wig cap off, get you a generous amount of conditioner, and spread it through, focusing more on the ends of your locks and working it towards your scalp. So you putting the conditioner on and kind of working your way down into your scalp. Now, conditioner is great. It's gonna maintain the moisture at the ends of your hair, but also once you get it down to the scalp, you're probably gonna notice that a lot of your locks are fusing together. So while you have the conditioner in, this is a great time while it's super at its wettest point, while it has conditioner, you want to just gently, separate those locks. And some people, call it popping them apart or whatever. Just gently do it. You're not trying to cause breakage or go crazy or anything like that. But while the conditioner is in, is a great time where your hair is not as vulnerable to separate your locks. So now that you have them all separated, you want to, the same way as we did before, just let the water run down your hair. It can be, I like to keep this water a little more on the lukewarm side. It should still be warm because we want your cuticle to stay open for the last step, which is our hot oil treatment. So rinse the conditioner off. You want to make sure that you're not leaving any conditioner in. That's not going to help you. That's not going to keep your hair more moisturized longer. We want to completely wash it out until the water turns clear. So once the water is clear, you're done with the shampooing process. You want to keep your hair wet. I know in the last video I said, you could towel dry at this point. If you're starting your locks, you might even want to put a plastic cap or a bag on your head to keep it in its most wet form, because you're still going to have to separate your locks a little bit more after this point. So we got it under a bag, or you just, got out the shower, you're not putting any towel on it. I want you to take your brush, your board bristle brush, same as the last video, and focusing on your parts. You want to take them, each lock, or what you think is a lock, make sure it's separated from the others, and brush just at the roots to keep that lock separate. Now, depending on where you at, I don't really want to teach you all how to twist your locks. We're not at that point in the quarantine yet. Are you doing fine just keeping it clean and neat for me? We can go a long time without worrying about a retwist. But definitely want you to be brushing those parts, keeping them separated. And if you want, you could take some of the healing honey at this time and just put it on there and, like, you know, finger roll it so they stay separate. That is enough. That could take you take you for a while. So do that, or you could brush the whole head because you want your hair to stay as wet as possible during the brushing phase with starter locks. Brush out those parts, brush through the whole head. Then you could take your healing honey, melt it down same way, and apply it all throughout your hair, and then go through and, you know, separate them. Now, if your locks tend to bunch up a lot at the root, what you might want to also consider doing is maybe just taking a few and either twisting them. You know what? Nah, we're not gonna twist. I'm not even gonna show y'all that. That's too much. Take 3 and braid it down just a little bit at the root, and you could let, you know, whatever is at the ends just fall. Just braid them, you know, take 3 at a time. You could braid your whole head or whatever, and that should keep your parts nice and separated until they dry. Once it's dry, you can take those little braids out, and then you'll have nice, you know, separated sections still. The last thing I want you all to do is be realistic. You know, you are shampooing your own hair. This is your lock journey. Your hair is not going to look like you went to the salon and it's, you know, laid. Let's be realistic. I don't want you all to try to struggle to retwist your hair because at this time, because it's really not worth it. You can go a long time without a retwist, and I tell you all this all the time. I have some of you all come every month, and I love you for that, and I want that level of dedication, but really it's for me to make sure that your hair and your scalp is being maintained and cleansed properly more than that retwist. The retwist can wait, but what I need you to do is keep your hair and your scalp healthy. We will get through this together. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions specifically, please don't hesitate to call me. I am most concerned about my lock babies at this time because I know how new you are to the journey. You're maybe not comfortable with washing your hair. You're not gonna mess it up. You got this. If you have questions, please give me a call. I am here to help you at this time.